Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our weekly market update. We've officially hit winter, so we're here with Maddie and Haylee today. How are you guys?
Good, how are you? A bit cold.
Yeah. Not too bad. I think it's going to hit us during the week, though.
I think we got our first big frost on the weekend, though. My God,
Yeah,
it was crazy.
I was away in Queensland, so
Yeah.
Missed that.
this conference, so I'm just getting acclimatised again today.
So you'll get sick now.
Yeah.
Probably. So if you guys can update me what's been happening. We've had a busy weekend of open homes, I believe, Haylee.
We had 5 open homes over the weekend and we had 35 people through in total. So a couple of
35 people or groups of
people, so more than that.
70 okay.
But yeah, super busy. So we met lots of new buyers as well as
that's a good
people
sign.
that we've had previously. So that's a great sign. We've had a few offers floating around as well. So I think we had maybe 5 offers last week that have come up. So yeah, we've been really busy.
Yeah, and a fair bit of competition on some of those. But
Yes, definitely. Some multiple offers as well, yeah.
Yep.
Welcome change.
Yeah, so it sounds like there's a lot of active buyers that are ready to buy right now. So if you're in the market or looking to get into the market to sell, probably reach out, given that they've got that many buyers ready to buy something. A lot of them are going to miss out on these houses this week, so there's going to be quite a few looking for similar things, and they're quite different price points across the market as well.
Yeah, they're all very different actually. So we had the one at 380 offsover, and then a 495, and I think Barnard's, up in the 8s, isn't it? I think. Yeah. So it's all very different, which is great.
Yep. So there we go. So buyers looking right across lots of suburbs at lots of price points, and some of those are quite a distance out too. So they're not all up around Gilmville and stuff. We're getting a lot of attention. We're sort of 50 and nearly an hour out of Hobart here with that many people looking. So that's a really good sign. So people who are looking to come to market in the springtime, I think it's probably maybe think about it now, because there are multiple offers of potential buyers out there. I know books that are qualified ready to buy something straight away, so you don't need to put your life on hold and wait for a few months for something when there might be a great solution there right away.
And there was even probably, I'd say 6 private inspections over the weekend as well, looking at them. So most properties had over 10 people through on the weekend. So
Great activity.
So when you purchase it, bring it over to rental. Because we actually are seeing a fair few numbers in select properties as well. So obviously within a certain price range, 500 is probably still the magic number. But we're seeing more interest than what we have for the last 18 months, 2 years. Like people actually wanting to haggle over the price, which you can't do in Tasmania. But it's a nice sign to see. It's a nice thing to see. So yeah, we are getting a bit more interest. So we've only got 4 properties online at the moment. Which we've absolutely gone through a blitz of leasing.
Yes.
We've got a record month in property management.
Yeah, well done to our property management team. So we've smashed our record by a long way, like probably 12 or 15% over our previous best month. So that's an amazing month for May. So I think there is a lot of activity out there, but that's a combination of a lot of factors that have gone towards that. But that's a really, really great month, and I mean that ultimately means there's a lot of really good tenants sitting there waiting for things as well. So if you do have a property and you want an approved tenant, we've got a heap of approved tenants.
And we've got people that prefer to stay with us as well, which we would prefer as well. We like to keep them. So
that's right.
Even like 4, 5, 6 months down the track, if you're thinking about it, like give us a call, because we could be like, oh, this tenant wants to vacate.
And their lease finishes in 4 months' time, and we can align that to put them into your place. That sort of thing. So,
I think even just in the last week we leased, Main Street Hilmsville's got a little fair bit of traction lately as well. So 106 Main Street and 129 Main Street we leased in an amazing amount of time. There was so much interest in it, and good quality interest as well, which is really good. Even we've got a couple, 318 Scotts Road, that took a little bit to lease last time, and it's just a little 2-bed, 1-bathroom property, but leased within a week or 2 this time. So it just goes to show how the market's shifted. So we've had a very busy month. And we do have one more property coming up that we've just signed the contract for, 188A Glen Road. So a little 2-bed, 1-bath property for $400 a week, but that includes power, water, internet and gas.
I'm sure that's going to create lots of interest.
All inclusive.
Yeah, so no, that sounds like a very busy time. So hopefully we're continuing to see a bit of positivity out there off the back of the interest rate drop, all the things being out of the way that were distracting people, and we can just get in and do some transactions, move some people around and do that. So I think I've been up at our national conference in Queensland last week, and some pretty mixed messages around this country, but ultimately nearly everyone apart from WA who are coming off a really big boom sort of period where they're starting to cool, South Australia cooling a little bit, all the other states are going really well at the moment, so we're starting to shift and turn the corner. So I'd imagine it's going to be a quite active real estate market moving forward for everybody. So I think we'll start seeing more. We've been getting a lot of Queensland inquiry over the last couple of months, so likely to see that start to shift through Victoria, New South Wales as the year heads on as well, hopefully, and a few more investors back into the market and a few more people looking at Tassie, because the balance has shifted where 3 years ago we were quite dear. That was the dearest capital and things like that. Where now we're sort of ticking back down the list, and the others are coming above us and starting to become more appealing value-wise in Tasmania compared to some of the other states. Now that we've had a fall and a pause, and some of the other states have had a rise and things like that. So it's in both. So like rental prices are crazy in some of the places around the country. So you certainly. A lot of people moving to some of the places where they've got to do share housing because it's $1,500 or $1,000 a week to live in a house somewhere. So where when you look here, you can still get a great house for $500 a week, and well, that's a very different sort of scenario. How much do you have to earn to pay $1,500 a week?
It's interesting you say that, actually, because the interest from interstate probably dropped off in property management over the last 12 to 18 months.
Yes.
But it's starting to pick up again. We're finding more people are just, well, we've had a couple of people that have actually just moved to, rather than applying from a distance, they've moved to Tassie, they're paying for short-term accommodation while they figure out where they want to live, and then they get a rental for 12 months because their long-term goal is to buy, and they want to figure out whereabouts in Tassie they want to live. So they're just taking the leap. Signing a lease, and then they're like, cool, we're going to stay here forever. So getting more and more often in the last couple of months.
Okay, interesting. Well, that's I think that's a sign of what's probably likely to be a better back half of the year than the first half's been, and some more positive things ahead. So anyway, thanks for listening to us for a few minutes, guys, and I'll let you get on with your weeks, and see you next week on the update.